She whispered it like a prayer she didn't mean to say aloud. My ex still gets me. Her breath was warm against my ear, her voice soft and cracked. Half laughter, half confession. We were lying in bed, the ceiling fan clicking in uneven rhythm, our bodies tangled but our hearts somewhere else entirely. For a second, I thought I misheard her. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe she said, my ex still texts me. Something harmless. Something survivable. But when I turned to her, her eyes darted away. And that was the first moment I felt it, the stillness before your life falls apart. I didn't ask her to repeat it. I didn't yell, didn't move. I just lay there, counting the beats of my heart. It was loud in my chest, like a hammer trying to break through bone. I felt the words echoing inside me, hitting old walls I thought were indestructible. My ex still gets me. Gets. Not texts. Not calls. Gets. Like he owned some part of her I never could. In the morning, I made coffee the way I always did. 2 mugs, hers a little lighter, more cream than caffeine. She sat at the counter, scrolling on her phone, her thumb hovering longer than usual before typing anything. Her eyes kept shifting when she caught me watching. You're quiet, she said finally, her tone gentle but distant. I smiled, a small, controlled thing. Just tired. I wasn't tired. I was listening. Listening for guilt, for hesitation, for anything that would tell me whether what I'd heard last night was a mistake or truth she couldn't unsay. She reached out and touched my hand. Her touch was trembling. Maybe she felt the air change too, the invisible wall growing between us. The first time I noticed something off was 2 months ago. She started showering before bed again, even when she wasn't sweaty. Changed her perfume, something muskier, darker. Started locking her phone, saying she didn't want work people interrupting her evenings. All tiny things, all easily explained. That's the cruelest thing about betrayal. It never arrives like a storm. It seeps in like a draft, unnoticeable until the whole room feels cold. That night, I came home early. Her car was in the driveway. The lights in the living room were dimmed, curtains drawn. Music played, soft, old songs she used to say reminded her of college. I stood outside the door, hand on the knob, heartbeat steadying into something dangerous. I didn't want to catch her. I didn't want to know. But something in me, pride, anger, maybe just a need for truth, made me turn the handle anyway. The room was empty. Her phone was on the couch, screen down, a wine glass half full. Then I heard her voice from the kitchen, laughing, whispering. I froze, the sound cutting through me like a blade dipped in memory. No, you still get me. You always did. And then, silence. I stepped back before she could see me, walked quietly out the front door, and drove. No destination, just movement. The kind of running you do when you can't breathe in your own home anymore. At a red light, I pulled over and parked. My hands were shaking. I could still hear her voice, that same phrase. The exact same words. My ex still gets me. I wanted to scream, to drive back and throw every lie into her face. But I didn't. Instead, I turned off my phone and drove to the lake. We'd had our first date there. The water was still that night, glassy, reflecting the moon like a truth that refused to hide. I sat on the old wooden bench, remembering how she used to laugh when ducks startled her, how she once said she couldn't imagine her life without me. People say betrayal feels like anger. It doesn't. Not at first. It feels like grief. You start mourning the version of someone you thought you knew, the one who looked at you like you were enough. Hours later, I drove home in silence. Her car was still there. Lights off. I didn't expect her to be awake. But she was sitting on the couch, knees pulled to her chest, phone in hand. When I opened the door, she jumped. Where did you go? Out, I said. She tried to smile, but her eyes were red. I was calling you. I know. She hesitated. We should talk. I nodded, setting my keys down carefully, like each sound mattered. Who were you talking to earlier? Her breath hitched. You heard that? Yes. She swallowed hard. It's not what you think. I was talking to your ex. Silence. Then a whisper. I just wanted to see if he still thought about me. And Her eyes glistened. He didn't pick up. Something in that answer broke her faster than any accusation could have. The truth wasn't that she wanted him back. It was that she wanted to know she still could. That she still mattered to someone beyond the quiet routine of our marriage. And I realized then, her betrayal wasn't lust. It was loneliness. I didn't yell, didn't cry. I just walked past her, into the bedroom, and packed a bag. "Please," she said softly, "say something." I looked at her one last time. The woman I'd loved. The woman who'd whispered a truth neither of us could unhear. "I think," I said, my voice steady, "he got you long before I ever did." Then I left. The door closed behind me, and I heard her sob once, quietly, then the faint sound of her trying to call again, the same number that wouldn't answer. And in that silence, I realized something cruelly comforting. Sometimes, the universe doesn't punish you by taking away what you love. It punishes you by showing you what it was never really yours to keep.